It seems like the running trend is that the PlayStation 5 is doing ever incredible. Week after week, month after month, we keep waiting for there to be some kind of damage to the armor that is the PlayStation 5, and then we keep seeing that it just keeps going along. It's like the Energizer Bunny. Obviously it sees a big uptick due to the showcase that they just had, but again, this is really good news because I think that it just goes to show you that, and this is what I've been saying all along. I don't know why people keep doubting me. I like Xbox, I like PlayStation, but Xbox just is not on PlayStation's level, right? No, and it hasn't been since the Xbox 360 days. If we just are honest about these things, it's pretty clear to see that gamers in general are choosing PlayStation over Xbox. Like, there's no two ways about it. And, now we have confirmation that PlayStation 5 is indeed, in the first 10 months, the best-selling console of all time still, and the best-selling PlayStation of all time. So, yeah, that's very much the amazing thing about this. And I gotta say, it really kind of brings what I've been saying to fruition. So I guess, in a sense, I've been right all along. But hey, enough of that. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? It's me, Crapgamer, and this is Crapgamer Reviews. What's up? Hopefully you guys are all doing good. If you guys want to like the video, I implore you to do that. Thank you guys so much for rocking out with me. If you do enjoy the content, maybe consider subscribing, or like I said, at the very least, give it a like, and we'll see what's up. Thank you guys so much for rocking out with me once again. So I think we're all pretty much on the same page where we want to see the consoles do extremely well. Again, the PlayStation 5 seems to be doing extremely, extremely well. We're not really so sure about the Xbox Series X. According to Microsoft, it could be doing well, but overall, gaming and consoles are all doing extremely well. So this is some good news for Sony. Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut debuts high on the NPD. PlayStation 5 #1 in dollar sales, according to the NPD as well. The NPD group has released their full North American sales data for August of 2021, and the industry continues its hot streak, with players spending $4.4 billion on games, additional content, and hardware, representing a year-on-year increase of 7% on the hardware front. The PlayStation 5 came out on top in terms of dollar sales, while the Switch was again #1 in total unit sales overall. It was the most lucrative August for video game hardware sales since the heyday of the Wii way back in 2008. You guys remember the Wii? Yeah, that's what we called it, the Wii. So anyway, this is really good news for everybody across the board. Clearly, Nintendo's doing amazing, and obviously the PlayStation 5 is doing uber amazing. So yeah. From software, Madden 22 was, as usual, king of August, but Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut came in at a strong #2. The game was ranked 110th the previous month, so Sony's new strategy of refreshing games with Director's Cuts seems to be a winning one. Meanwhile, Humankind debuted surprisingly well at #4, and Nintendo continued their hot streak, monopolizing 9 of the top 20 spots, despite not releasing any major new games in August. So August games top 20 goes like this. You have Madden at #1, Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut #2, which, by the way, they only count the full-on game sales of this, right? They don't count those that just upgraded. This is full-on new sales. So it reached #2. Black Ops Cold War at #3, Humankind at 4, Spider-Man Miles Morales at #5, Mario Kart at 6, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword 7, Minecraft 8, Assassin's Creed Valhalla 9, MLB The Show 10, Smash Bros 11, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 12, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart 13, Animal Crossing came in at 14, Pokemon Sword and Shield 15, Mortal Kombat 11 at 16, Super Mario 3D World 17, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 18, Mario Golf 19, Super Mario Party 20. And then when you look at the top 10 best-selling games of 2021, it's Black Ops Cold War at 1, MLB The Show at 2, Resident Evil Village 3, Madden NFL 22 at 4, Mario World at 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales at 6, Mario Kart at 7, Monster Hunter at 8, Minecraft at 9, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 10. So this is really good news, like I said, across the board. One of the more surprising things, or maybe not surprising, is the fact that, realistically, we didn't have a Psychonauts 2 citing in the NPD. Now, first of all, I wanted to kind of point this out because I know people are going to say a couple of things. They're going to try and damage control this by saying, one, that digital sales aren't included, but fact of the matter is digital sales from Microsoft are included with everything except for MLB The Show. And who knows why it's not included there, but everything else is included. The other thing is, people might say that, well, there's only 5 days or 6 days on the NPD that game would have been able to been on the NPD. And the thing that I would say against that is there was only 2 days for Returnal, and even though Returnal wasn't like millions and millions seller, Returnal ended up making it into the top 5 NPD its first month with only being available for 2 days. So the fact of the matter is, somebody is a little bit mistaken or lying over some of the announcements, because if you think about it, Phil Spencer clearly claimed that Game Pass games actually sell better once they're in Game Pass, which I think is bunk. I've always thought it was bunk. You didn't need any further proof than Gears of War 5 to understand that that wasn't going to be the case, because Gears of War 5 debuted at number 7 on the NPD, the lowest that a Gears of War game has ever debuted. Even Judgment did higher numbers and then completely fell out of the top 20 the following month. They announced 3 million quote-unquote players for the game after launch week, and then never updated with the amount of players. So you can imagine that it tanked pretty hard. And obviously, even right now, if you go on there, there's like less than, I think, 20 or something like that players playing it on Steam or whatever. So yeah, it's not exactly doing well. But again, this is one of the things, like, you wonder why I don't trust something like Microsoft when they say stuff like, hey, well, we count everything. And it's just one of the things, like, I want to see all these companies do well. I want to see Microsoft do well. I want to see Sony do well. The fact of the matter is, I just think that what we're seeing is clearly a fact that Sony is in a much better spot. Like, we keep hearing people in the media try to push this idea that Microsoft is so far ahead of Sony, but Sony just doesn't know it yet. But then every single time we've been seeing this, which, by the way, we've been seeing this now for 4 years or so, if you think about it, because Microsoft was doing Play Anywhere, they've been cloud, they've been Game Passing for 4 years now, have the most powerful console, have the cheapest console. That's not nothing new. They've been doing this for years and years, and we've been hearing about how that's the new strategy for the future and all this stuff. And the interesting thing is, before the lockdowns, before the pandemic, Microsoft said, we're never going to announce Game Pass subscriber numbers. We're never going to announce monthly active users again. They'd said that. Then, once the pandemic hit and people were in lockdown, all of a sudden they changed their tune. Why? Well, because everybody's in lockdown. So people were looking for stuff to do. You had a Game Pass boom where people were probably trying the service and things like that, and it went up to 18 million, and everybody's like, yeah, and they had 90 something million monthly active users. But now the past 2 quarterly reports, they've chosen not to give Game Pass numbers or monthly active users. So it's at this particular time that you can kind of notice that that it's probably not going as well as people initially thought. And Microsoft only wants to announce stuff when it makes them look good. So yeah, like, to me, it doesn't really make any sense that it's the way that it is. Like, it's so strange to me that people kind of go out there and the way that they sort of do this and go, hey, Microsoft only will ever want to talk about what's going on if you can have positive results, right? And you look at Sony and people go, well, Sony does the same thing. Sony will announce PlayStation Now subscribers with whatever it is, 3-5 million, despite it being low, regardless, because, I think and I think people really want to know these things, and that's the interesting thing for me personally. I would like to say that it's strange, but at the same time, it's weird that Microsoft is so adamant to not announce anything, right? Like, literally not announcing anything. And it kind of just weirds me out, to be quite real. about the whole situation. It just is a weird kind of situation. But with that being said, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Xbox will ever come back and stand a chance against PlayStation, or do you think it's done and over with? Let me know in the comments below, or Twitter, or Xbox Live, or PSN, wherever floats your boat. Thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy the content, leave a like, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crapgamer 'em up, Crapgamer out.